not see me but hear me okay, all I need to do is just comment and just have a little chat. If you can hear me, that'd be great. Jackie or Pauline, as you're watching in here, thank you. Let us know where you're tuning in the world as well. I always like to know where people are watching this from, whether it's in the UK or further afield. We, in the last webinar, the last call that I did, we had people tuning in from Peru. We had people tuning in from all over the world. So it was amazing to see. Okay, so I believe that we are going to get going. No worries. I really enjoyed the webinar on Monday, and the other ones are sort of raising the awareness and the feedback and the message that we've got back. So first of all then, welcome to everybody that's tuning in via the hospitality community. A very special webinar going to be put on today. At the moment you won't be able to see anything apart from hearing me, but in a second I'm going to share my PowerPoint little presentation. So what are we going to be discussing? And let's crack straight on, and people can join in as they're coming in. We are going to be talking about how you can create a website that will help you increase your direct bookings in only 30 minutes. So this is going to be heavily based around WordPress. This is going to be heavily based around things that I spoke about in the other webinar around this, and everything that I've been posting recently. And why am I the person to give this chat, and why am I doing this chat? Well, I think from the other webinars that I've done, if you've tuned into those, you will know that over the course of the past couple of years, I've been working on a lot of websites. So I've been doing marketing reviews, and I've even started to build Boostly websites to help hospitality owners in the community. So I see a lot of websites, and I went away and I wanted to research what goes through the booking process when somebody would want to make that booking. And there was a lot of very specific things that stood out, and I covered those during the webinars that I've been doing recently. So as you're coming in and you're coming into this call, welcome. What I would recommend you do when you come onto the call, just comment below and in the chat, and just say where you were watching in the world, and give the name of your business, and say a quick hi. Let us know if you're watching this live or if you're watching back on the replay. That'll be great. And make sure that you can see me okay, and can you all see my screen? So what are we going to be talking about? We are going to be talking about websites, and why am I the person to give this chat? Well, like I said, over the last couple of years now, I've looked at 1,000 websites, and I can pinpoint pretty much straight away where, if there's somebody that's going to be using your website or leaving your website, I can pinpoint it. And if you were to go to the Boostly website, boostly.co.uk/websites, you'll see that there's a bit of a portfolio growing. I do a lot of done for you work. So I work with a client, I work with some people in the hospitality community on getting them a website. But the problem is that I couldn't help more than a few people at a time. So what myself and the person that I'm working with is on, Tom, we went away, and Tom was based in Bali, and I went out to Bali, and it was just perfect timing. And over the last couple of months, we've been putting together an idea on how we can get as many people as possible in the world of hospitality to increase their direct bookings. How can we stop people going to booking.com? How can we stop people going to the OTAs? How can we get people to get onto our websites, and once they get onto their website, act like a mousetrap so we keep them there? And that's what I want to show you tonight. And on the other webinar that we spoke about, and if you haven't yet watched or tuned into that webinar, if you're part of the Boostly Academy, the recording is in there. If you are watching this and you would like to get a copy of it, I am going to put it up in the Boostly shop at a later date. But there's definitely things that you can do to track and monitor how effective your website is. Now, when it comes to a new website or what to do, there's loads of solutions. There's WordPress, there's Wix, Squarespace, there's Promote My Place. WordPress is by far the best solution out there. But the problem with it in the past is it's very confusing for somebody that even has like a half decent knowledge of websites to get right. There's so many things that could go wrong. And that's where Wix and Squarespace and Promote My Place stole a march on WordPress, because they came up with more simpler drag and drop options. But Google and, Google prefers WordPress. It prefers a WordPress website. WordPress websites are open sourced. And what that means in simple terms is that it is your platform. You control it. You control what goes on it. When you're with Wix and Squarespace and Promote My Place, you are heavily dictated on what you can use. So what I was thinking, right, I want everybody to get and be able to get a WordPress website, but I also want to make it really, really simple. And that was my goal. I want to make a really simple WordPress website that anybody can use. And that was the goal. And I put a number down of 1,000. I want to help 1,000 people get a website that is going to work. It's going to give them the best chance of turning lookers into bookers and get those direct booking numbers up, because at the end of the day, that's what everybody wants. Well, a large majority of people watching this live, watching this back on the replay, if you ask in the hospitality community, what do you want to achieve? Make more profit, cut down on commission costs. And one of the most important ways that we're going to do this is to have a website that when somebody lands on it is going to act like a mousetrap and not turn them away. So that's quite simply what we've done, and that is what I'm going to show you on here. And my promise to you is that if you stick with me throughout this call tonight, this live call, this live video, by the end of it, you will be confident that you can be in control of your own website. So there's two different styles. There is number one, which is done for you, or number two, which is do it yourself. So when it comes to done for you, this is where you as the business owner know that you need a website, or you know that you need something doing, but you're not confident in your own skills, or you haven't got the time. So you look to hire a website designer. Now this is where it can get expensive. I've seen website designers quote anything from 1,000 to 2,000 to 3,000 to 4,000. I think I saw somebody put up a post in the hospitality community a couple of weeks back saying that they were quoted more than 10 grand for a website, which is crazy. So there's the other side where you think, okay, I haven't got the budget to spend more than 2 grand or 1,500 on a new website, because you've got to do renovating, or there's always something that needs doing. So you go, right, we're going to do it ourselves. Now, this is where, like I said, Promote My Place have done very well to capture some of the people who don't want to go down the WordPress route, or Wix or Squarespace or Weebly. There are tons out there. Even Avivo and even Google offer their own sites. Now, like I said, the problem with these is that A, Google doesn't favor them. B, you're heavily restricted with what you can do. And C, they're very slow with the ever-changing world. So what we want to do with WordPress, and like I said, is I wanted to make sure that everybody stands a good chance of getting a WordPress website that is going to work. And that is what I'm going to show you. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen just now, and I'm going to share my other screen right in here. So hopefully everybody now can see my Google Chrome desktop. Let me know what you can see. So you're hopefully, if you could just let me know if you can see hopefully you can see a Google Chrome desktop right now. Just put yes or no in the comments, that would be lovely. And as you're tuning in, so we've got Sue, we've got Karen, we've got Liz, we've got Ray, Jackie, we've got people in the live call, Pauline and Jackie. Yep. Thank you very much, Pauline. So this right here, what you can see is a Google Chrome dashboard. And this is what you will see when you log in to your website. So let me just quickly show you the front end here. Now, if anybody's ever had a WordPress website, then you will recognize what you are seeing now. You basically got a very similar thing that what you would normally see on a WordPress website, but we've managed to be able to brand it all with Boostly colors. So as you can see here, tutorial videos, how to get hold of the hospitality community, you can download podcasts, all that sort of cool stuff. But on the left-hand side is really where the magic happens. Now on the home, on the front end, this is what the website will look on the front end. Now, the example that I've used is Cliff House, which is in Newquay in Cornwall. This is Ria's property, and Ria was one of the very first people to test these Boostly DIY websites. And this is the sort of style. So if anybody tuned into any of the webinar, you know this is what I was saying is a website which is pretty much there as ticking the boxes of what a website should look like to keep people on your website, but most importantly, get them to the booking button. So as you can see here, nice big images, really simple to use. You've got nice bits of information on the homepage, and then from there they can go to the About Us, the accommodation, the gallery, the food, etc. So that's what it looks like on the front end. Now you may be thinking, well, that's all well and good, but surely that's going to be complicated to fill in. But this is the secret sauce right now. This is what we have been stressing and planning and grafting over for the last couple of weeks now, is to make it as simple as filling in a form. So if you go into preferences, you open up preferences, and as you can see here, you get to choose your business type. So if you are a single rental property, so if you've got one cottage, then you would tick single rental. If you've got multi-properties, so if you've got 3 or 4 cottages on one set of land, or if you've got multiple properties spread over different locations, you tick on that. Or you'll be a B&B and hotel, you will tick that. All of that will become more relevant in a couple of minutes when I show you it, but this is all you do. You just fill in a form. So title, so you put your business name, Cliff House, tagline, landline phone number, mobile number, email address, booking button. So we called it Book Direct, but you can put Book Your Stay Now. Booking link, so this is where you put in the link to Avivo or Free to Book or Super Control or you name it. And in here, this is where you put your social media links. Now the cool thing is that if you don't fill in a box or if you don't fill in a line, it doesn't show on the finished one. So if you don't have Twitter, for example, you take away Twitter. So as you can see there right now, it's got the Twitter logo. If you take Twitter away, and if you go and hit the update button, when we come to the front end this time and we come to see the changes, the Twitter logo will have disappeared. So it literally is paint by numbers. It's straight off the shelf. Everything is there in structure. All you have to do is fill in the blanks. And it's the same for the homepage. It's the same for accommodation. It's the same for the gallery, the food. All you need is images, and all you need is the wording. And this is the cool bit. If you've already got a website now, so it could be whatever. So if you're watching this live, Jackie, Pauline, anybody else, in the comment section below, go and put in, please, your domain name. So Catherine, Sue, Tommaso, anybody who's watching, it's Tommaso there. So I've seen a link. So Tommaso can take his current website, the Casa Tour, and all he would literally have to do is copy and paste, and he can put it into the website. So I'll just do this on the example. If you don't mind, Tommaso, I'm just going to literally take this up here. So I'm going to change the site title to Casa Tour, hit the update button. So when we come on the front end, we're going to change it now to Casa Tour Vacations. All he has to do, and this is why it will only take 30 minutes, you can take the information from your old website. If this looks good, you copy it and you paste it into the relevant fields on here. So you've got pages, you've got rooms, you've got properties, appearance, etc. So this is how you can take your current website and put it into the format and the structure that is going to attract bookings. Now, this is the first time I've properly shown this off to the world. So I'm really intrigued to know what your feedback is, what questions that you may have. Like I said, we've been working with a couple of beta testers and the feedback has been phenomenal. We've, so I can show you some of them right now. So we've got Cliff House Nuki, which you've seen. Got Audley Farm. Got Ivy Mount. So as you can see, there's a very distinct style running throughout. So this is Karen. I think Karen, you're on the call. So nice big images. Paul from Ivy Mount in Manchester. Got all the things in the right places. And here. Lovely. Okay. So most importantly then, the questions that most people have been asking me is, number one, what is the cost? So right now, I'm going to be launching this well, pretty much after this call. And for the launch price, for the first 100 people that sign up, the price is going to be a one-off fee of £399. So let me get down to the price here. So it's not going to be 1,000. It's not going to be 750. It's not going to be 500. It's going to be, like I said, for a very limited time. It's going to be £399 and that's going to be including the VAT. The only additional cost that would appear is going to be a £8.33 a month fee, and that's for admin fee. So this literally does make it the most cost-effective website solution for hospitality owners out there that's going to get a website that they're proud of. The admin fee is for hosting, it's for domain fees, it is going to be for server updates, it's going to keep admin updates, and it just makes sure that myself and the team will be able to keep your website relevant, and any new features that get released, we'll be able to update it, and we'll be able to update it and show you and keep you abreast of any new big changes that WordPress or the internet does. And that's literally what the admin fees is. It's the server that I've signed up for. It's a big investment, but I believe it's definitely going to be worthwhile, because not only does it make sure that your websites load really quick, but also it keeps it really secure, so it keeps those hackers out. And this is something that I've mentioned today in the group, and everybody who's watching this live on the call now, you're going to be able to do a try before you buy. So it's going to be a 72-hour free trial for the first 30 people. Now, if you are looking at this, and if you're thinking, I would like to give it a go, all you got to do is go to boostly.co.uk/DIY. Now, who am I looking for? I'm looking at people who want to get a new website. I'm looking for people who want to increase their direct bookings. I'm looking for people who are ready to stop what they're currently doing or just investigate into something new. So if you're struggling to get bookings via your website, if you're thinking that it's time for a change, if you're thinking that what you've seen is a solution, then I advise you to go do on that. There's no commitment. All you literally do is you go in, just like what Nikki, just like what Ria, just like what Haley, Paul, Melanie, we've got Jerry, we've got Michelle, we've got loads of people that have trialed it. Go to there. So simply you go to, and I'll show you how to do it right now. It's very simply done. I'm going to share my whole screen here. So what you need to do is you go to boostly.co.uk/DIY. Web page will load up. So boostly.co.uk/DIY. This is the screen that you will see. This is the website template. So like I said, setup fee will be $3.99, but you get a 3-day free trial. You click on select plan, give it a site title. So I would just simply call mine granary. I'm going to call it granary test. And this would be granary test. Now it doesn't really matter what you put in here, because like I said, this is a dummy URL. It won't affect your current website or anything in that sign. This is just basically you setting up a 72-hour trial and on a totally separate URL, so it won't affect anything that you're currently doing. Then all that you would do is you would give yourself a username and a password. So I'll just put in email. And then password. And that is it. That's all that you would need to do. Like I said, the first 30 people. So once this goes over 30, the system will recognize it and it won't allow anybody else in to test it. And you'll just have to go ahead with the $3.99. So if you would like to do that, I encourage you now to go to boostly.co.uk/DIY and off you go. So that's tonight's webinar. Hopefully those of you who are watching this live are taking advantage of that right now. If you have got any questions, please put them in the comment section. If anybody would like to chat to me via direct messenger, you feel to do so. You've got until 8 o'clock this evening, and then I'm going to go and watch the football because Liverpool are playing in the Champions League semi-final against Barcelona, which a tie that I'm very excited about. So I'm available for the next 90 minutes after here. If anybody would like to get in touch with me, you can do. Let me just see if there's any questions in the chat box. Liz, what if you have your own domain name? Yep, absolutely, great question. So a lot of you would already have your own domain, like granary.co.uk, etc. Part of the admin fee is that I will pay for your domain fees and your hosting fees. So when you sign up, you let me know who is currently registering your domain name, and I will go and move it over to our super fast servers. So you don't even have to worry about those annual domain name fees anymore. Liz, fantastic. I look forward to seeing, and I'll chat to you about it over the course of the next 72 hours. So that means there's 29 spots left. So if you're on the call now and you've gone to boostly.co.uk/DIY, if somebody could put that in the comment section, that would be great as well for me. Let me know, just put done like what Liz just did, or if you're watching on the call, so we've got Jackie, Kay, Pauline and Wendy and Fran on the call, just go in and type in www.boostly.co.uk/DIY and then let me know when you've done that. And then if you want to ask any questions, you can send me a message on Facebook or email is mark@boostly.co.uk. So before I leave for the evening, do we have any final questions from everybody that is tuning in live? I'll give you all 1 minute to let me know. Look, lovely, thanks Liz. Okay, I think we are good. So again, thank you very much for tuning in. For those who are on the Zoom, for those who are in the Facebook, I will be on hand to answer any questions, but if not, have a great evening wherever you are in the world, and I shall speak to you all very, very soon.